Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. Come on in and sit down. And then... let's see over here. So new mom. And there's all that. And here's dad, mom, dad. Nicola, Simon, Nicola, Matthew. And we're going to do little choppy choppies. Yeah?
Yeah.
Little choppy choppy. And we're going to do a haircut like for the channel.
Okay.
And you're going to keep it for a week. And you can come back next week and we're going to change it.
Yeah.
So here's the one we're going to keep for a week. Asymmetrical. You know, the one down the one side. Yeah. So where's your side going to be? This side. So that's going to be the short side. Right? Is that where your parting is?
If you want.
Yeah, no, it's going to be short here. And then this is going to be...
Okay.
Yeah, for fun. For fun. Just because.
And until I'm kind of scared, but...
Wait.
All right, we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, life adventures. And look at Simon over here. They're married.
Are you scared?
No. Simon's awesome.
I'm in it for the fun.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. And we're going along for the ride. Let's twist this up. But also, you have to do something with it. Just maybe not what you thought. And welcome to the channel. Oh, that one's not good. Let's because the picture's covering up tips and stuff. Do you want to take this off? Is that actually legit Levi or is
No,
it's warehouse.
It actually looks Levi.
Oh, we got those for our bridal party for my wedding.
That's cool.
All the bridesmaids had a matching one.
Oh, and also, before I forget, it's a beer and a haircut.
Okay.
He's providing the beer, we're not complaining.
Beer. And mine's over here. And I twist mine like this. Oh, not that time. Oh, that one's not working. That one's tight for some reason.
Yeah, mine's...
Yeah, this is a bad batch. And that's why I put in the little reference to the Star Wars. like we're getting paid to do that. Oh, there you go.
Oh dear.
Now Simon over here has an amazing technology brain. We've been having fun talking all night long. And you get the pink one too.
Oh, pretty.
Hey?
I get to be pretty on top.
Yeah, pretty big. I would love to play that song right now, but I can't because of the copyrights. I can sing it though. Isn't she pretty in pink?
Well, it's true. The copyright is on the recording, not on your singing of the record. So
That's right.
So your recording of the song is not copyrighted.
That's true. But I make jokes on here. I've done this before. Where I'll be like singing like, "We all live in a yellow boat, a yellow boat, a yellow." Isn't that wrong? Like, oh no, I couldn't afford the copyright for that one. Like, oh wow, you made a money or something? You could sing that? I can't afford to sing that version. It's my joke on it. Come on over. Let's wash your hair.
Alright.
Yeah, come on over. Jump on here, grab your seat.
I'd like to get those earrings to match the picture though, Michaela.
What earrings?
Is it earring?
Oh, that's a big stud right there, yeah.
Yeah.
On the one side, yeah. But the whole thing is asymmetrical, so it's all off the wall.
One stud, big stud on the short side.
Yeah. Do you want your glasses on or off? You want to watch it?
I can see pretty well with
Cool.
them anyway.
Yeah, but you can also watch the video later on. And I think I only need one clip for this haircut. We'll do the speedy version because I know you guys are running behind.
Take your time.
No, I'm just making jokes. But I like speed haircuts anyway. It's the same result. The other thing about retro haircuts is most of the people who had retro haircuts back in the day, they were fast haircuts in the mall anyway.
They were what?
They were all fast haircuts in the mall anyway. And but the results were good anyway. Sweet. Little picture. Boot.
I can't imagine how that's going to look on.
Oh, ridiculous. Amazingly ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your going for?
I won't tell people I'm only keeping it for a week. I'll just be like, yeah. That's what I do.
If you like it, you can keep it permanently.
Oh, no, but I'll just be like, yeah, don't you love it?
That's what I've done. That's what I've done. Yeah, I've done like crap like that before too. Like why don't you like it?
Just watch their reaction.
Okay, you ready?
Did Wanda have a haircut like that in one of the episodes?
You ready? I don't close until you have to say ready. Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? This is gonna be amazing. Totally amazing.
You just asked me about WandaVision?
Did she
She
have
had
a...
one where it was like backcombed,
Right.
but not like this.
Yeah. Oh, was it the Agatha who had a haircut like that? I'm sure there was a haircut like that at some point.
Agatha's was puffy. It wasn't quite like that.
You really should just watch on WandaVision, even just for the haircuts. There's so many, because each episode is a different, like, the first episode is the 50s, then the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
They have, like, and each episode is kind of based on a show from that period.
That's amazing.
So the first episode's based on the Dick Van Dyke Show. And then, like, by the time they get to the 2000s, the entire theme of the show is, like, Malcolm in the Middle.
Wow.
They skipped the 90s sort
Did
of.
they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was skipping the 90s too. There's a lot of amazing generations, but the 90s, that was my generation. I graduated high school 90, and then we into the 90s. Like,
Well, I guess they get a bit of it in Malcolm, because when did that start?
well, I think that's the 90s. But the thing is, I ignored that. I ignored Malcolm in the Middle when it was out, because I'm just like, oh, what is that? It's stuff I didn't watch. There was good stuff in the 90s, but yeah, there's a lot of let's regret that part of the 90s. But same with the 80s, same with every generation. But what's amazing though, the further you get away from a decade, the more better it becomes. Because in the 90s, we couldn't stand the 80s. We're like, oh, bury that in history. Now today, love the 80s, and the 90s like, oh, bury that. But then the further we go forward, the more like people come in like in their 20s, like, oh, I want like a 90s boy band haircut. Like a girl would say, I want a 90s boy band haircut. And you're like, really? But you do it, you're like, oh, that's actually really cool. So like the next generation.
You graduated high school in 90.
I graduated high school right in 90, so I started high school in 86.
I was born at the end of 91.
Yeah, cool. So I graduated high school in 90, I started in 86. And but that was not a bad time to graduate because you led into grunge music or raves or whatever. So it wasn't a bad time for culture. But looking back, some people are like, ooh.
It's amazing what songs from each decade actually survive and what ones we remember.
True.
Like the ones you remember from the 90s are what, like the Macarena and... No, the 90s was crap, in terms of music.
Yeah. But that's not my 90s. You have to realize that's not my 90s. Same thing like 80s. I love the 80s. But everyone's like, oh, what, like video killed the radio? Like, no, like Love and Rockets. Like, I'll name subculture things about the 80s. That I'd be like, I've never heard this before. But I love, like, oh, let's play some, like, Love and Rockets, or let's play some Chameleon UK, The Swamp Thing, or all kinds of really...
I like a bit of Alan Parsons Project, or...
Yeah, that's more 70s, though. But same thing, that's subculture, right? Because you can be like, oh, 70s album is great, but they're like Alan Parsons Project. But it comes down to, if you were alive in that generation, would you be pop culture or would you be subculture? Now, you'd be subculture.
Mm-hmm.
Now, subculture means you're listening to the stuff that nobody else is interested in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the further we get away from a decade, the more that the subculture gets lost.
Mm.
Yeah. Now, if I could play music on here, I would play a bunch of. I probably could play the music because it's not copyrighted anyway. But I would probably start with Love and Rockets, right? But I'm not going to risk it. Because I could do this whole haircut with a Love and Rockets song. Or people at home, you can play Love and Rockets as you're watching this. I could do it, but I don't want to risk it. I'm going to sing it. I'm alive. Oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. That's the Love and Rockets song. Oh, I'm alive. That's from the 80s, but dark 80s. There's a lot of dark in the 80s. Isn't that fun watching it go?
You asking me?
Yeah? Can you see without your glasses?
I can see.
Enough?
Yeah.
When we met, she didn't even have glasses.
Yeah? It's a new thing?
I can see. It's just my eyes get tired and do weird things.
Well,
if
of
I
course,
don't
because
wear
you
them
got
at the
a
moment.
baby at home. I could do that.
Yeah, but it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
Oh, for sure. When it's coming off around the ears and all.
Okay.
Yeah. Stand right over. That's the whole thing. You can see all that. That's why you said, like, you guys have been married for a year and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Simon was saying, I've never been able to put my fingers through her hair because it gets to, that's the point where it won't go anymore. But after the night, you will be able to. So it's nice. It's a nice change. Also, like, married, kids, post-wedding chop, and all that stuff. It's a different chapter in your life.
Shall I show a photo of her?
Yeah?
A wedding photo.
Yeah, I want to see
This,
that.
this is our daughter.
Yes! The supers can see it. Yes! What's your daughter's name?
Theodora.
Theodora. How cool is that?
Teddy for short.
Cute. Because that name will catch on. My eldest one is named Riley, but the nickname became Rudy. Like, I don't know where that came from, Rudy. So, and I've never called her Rudy in my life. Like, I was the one who named her Riley. But then all of a sudden this nickname Rudy comes along and I went, I've never once called her Rudy. To her, like, never once. I'll say, like, let's become her nickname. Never once called her Rudy, but that's the one that caught. But she can't help a nickname. And the reason why I never call her Rudy is because I was the one who chose Riley. And I named her Riley after a song.
What song was that?
The Life of Riley. By the Lightning Seeds. Because when I was younger, and my best friend back home in Toronto, we go clubbing. Her name's Shy Rose. And we go clubbing. And then Lightning Seeds, this song, Life of Riley, would come on. And I'd dance with her. And I'd say, I swear to God, I'm naming my firstborn Riley. And she'd be like, I swear to God, you're never having kids.
How wrong she ended up being.
Eh?
How wrong she ended up being.
Oh, for sure. Well, most of my family, like, even my grandma. So she's like in her 90s, and I go over there, you know, my new baby. Say, I walk in the house, she goes, oh, baby, bring her to me. All excited, put the baby in her arms. She's like cuddling the baby and having a great old time. She looks up at me, because I gave her the baby. She goes, you look like my grandson. I'm like, I am your grandson. She goes, oh, I never thought you'd do one of these. But I love that about my grandma. So blatantly honest. I'm like, oh my god, you're the best. Oh, she's the best. She's the only one in the family that speaks her mind. But she's right. No one ever thought I'd do one of these. This is the only one that said it in my face. So funny.
You got married this year, I see from your band.
Sorry?
What does your band say? 220222?
No, that was our receptionist got married.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, that's from her wedding. That's not my wedding. I'm not married.
But it says Matt on it.
Yes, because the group's name was Matt. So she's my receptionist.
Yes.
And the group's name is Matt.
Yes.
And her father's name is Matt. And her boss's name is Matt.
I saw his band and it said Matt and Zoe's wedding.
Oh, yeah. Of course she is.
He's Matt,
You're like,
so why not?
I'm Matt, why not? No, but she married a Matt. Her father's name's Matt. And her boss is named Matt. So she come into work. And she come in the door. I go, so how are the Matts? They're good. It became our thing, right? It's like, and then we're like, these are the Matts I know. 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 Matt, my boyfriend, I've known him since Onzo. Matt, my father, and this is Matt, my boss. These are the Matts I know. These are the Matts I know. And then we all three was like, we are the Matts she knows. We are the Matts she knows. We are the Matts we know he knows. We are the Matts she knows. I'm Matt the boyfriend, and I'm Matt the dad, and I'm Matt the boss, and we are the Matts. We are the Matts. We are the Matts. Yeah. Her life felt a little bit like that for a little while.
Is that the lady who was here earlier, or was she here earlier? Or?
No. She's working on her doctorate degree.
Wow.
So even though she's a receptionist, we haven't seen much of her. But also weird pandemic times means reduce the amount of lungs in the workplace. Mm-hmm. Let her go work on her doctorate. Mm-hmm. And she'll be back. But she's been on the channel. Mm-hmm. She got a little bob on the channel because her post-wedding chop. She got her post-wedding chop. Mm-hmm. Just like you are now, but way too late because you've been married a year and a half. Fun is coming off. You were worried how it's going to look short. It looks amazing short.
Wait till it curls. But this is actually going to look really good when it's curled because it's layered.
We're planning on taking a video of our daughter's first reaction to Mum with different hair.
Send that reaction to me so I can answer the video. Because it'll be a few weeks before I post this. It'll be a little while till I post this.
Yeah.
So there's time.
Hopefully she's not sleeping when we go home.
Oh, that age, you never know.
Yeah. Well, she'll wake up. She'll certainly wake up at some point on the way home.
Yeah.
So.
The other day when Mum was...
And then like, Mom! And then you walk in and you're like... And she's like, Whoa! Mom!
Did you see that video of the guy who had a giant beard? And then his 5-year-old daughter comes in and he's just cut it off. He's hiding behind a newspaper.
Yeah.
Then he drops the newspaper down and she just bursts into tears.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that one. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now keep growing yours.
Yeah.
Like yours should be like when you look straight, but like down in your chest. Now when I started the channel, mine was there, and I wore the Ford hat all the time, and it was funny. Like, I got some comments early on in this channel because I was down to here with the Ford hat, and guys were like, "This guy looks like I'm driving way up in West Virginia to find a truck park." And I see this guy. He's like, "What did you want to do?" Because I look I talk nothing like how I look, right? So people on the channel were so confused. Like, this guy with that long beard and the Ford hat, and he's doing haircuts. They're all now the Ford hat disappeared for a while. It's back today. I like the Ford hat. I bought it at the warehouse for $12, and I just like it. And the reason why I got it was because. It was a Sunday, and oh my god, that's just not going to split. We got to go, wow. It's just not going to come through. My kids want to go mini golfing on a Sunday, but I didn't have a hat with me, and it was a brutal blue sky day. You're going to burn in a second. So I across the street, the one in Porirua, there's the warehouse. Yeah. I'll just run there and grab a hat. So I walked in there, left one on the shelf, no more. This one, it was like, whoa! And every time I had the long beard, I was like, oh my god, that goes with the beard. $12. So I run back to the mini golf. My kids are like, what do you think of that? They're like, oh, kids love everything. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But it also reminds me of my grandfather, because my grandfather was a farmer, was a Ford guy. He was tough.
Speaking of beards, I was we went to our church the other day, and one of the ladies at the church said to another lady, she told us the story afterwards, that I had real Spurgeon vibes. He's a British preacher from the Victorian era.
Wow.
Because he had this giant beard, and there's like all these photos of him. And the other lady was like, "Who? Do you mean the fish?" And I was like, "No, that's a sturgeon."
A sturgeon. Well, that's like a sturgeon you find in freshwater lakes, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's like a North American freshwater lake.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they can't even. Oh.
Yeah, that's my hair. That's my. They get annoyed at me if I spend too long in the shower just trying to like.
These are very, very sharp.
You're
handing them to you.
What do you want me to do?
Wait. Yeah, okay. Wait. Go for it.
This here?
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's your trophy. Those are mine. That's your trophy.
You're gonna keep that?
You could donate it.
To what?
No one wants that.
Oh, look how good that is. Okay, your haircut's done. Go home, come back in a week.
It's actually.
I started it, he finished it. You can actually walk away with this haircut and be fine. Like, people wouldn't question
That looks really cool.
how unfinished it is.
It actually does look pretty cool.
Awesome, we're done. Leave it like that. Oh, cool. No, we're not done. Because there's some kind of fringe in there, like a little light fringe. We're going to get a little light fringe. Not a heavy fringe. You can see where we're going with this stuff.
I haven't had a fringe in so long.
Well, exactly. And you got a massive cowlick too. But I'm going to go smart with your fringe because you do have a massive cowlick. I'm not going to cut straight across, I'm cutting on an angle. Working with the cowlick. Do you see that? I was like slightly. And we're going to bring more down. And into the longer side. How fun is this? Sweet. I love you with short hair. I think we'll just do the whole thing short. But not this week. Next week. We'll do half short, half medium. And you're going to go for a week. Cool. And Simon, I am going to give you a haircut next week. Yeah. How fun is that? Every step is called liberation. Even if the end result's going to be that. It's still liberating anyway.
How are you going to get it up that high? Are you going to curl it or what?
Oh, that's probably a perm. Like there's nothing natural about that. No. We're just gonna do a natural dry and see what happens. We're just gonna like.
Oh, my hair. If it hasn't changed, and it might change.
Now you said, I'm worried if I went short, it's gonna be too curly. Like it's gonna do that.
It might.
No. There's nothing too curly about your hair. It'll curl. We're going to do your version of that. This is fun though, eh?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be the beer, but I'm having fun now.
Exactly. Let's get the wider tooth comb. Then go in there and break this crap up. Yeah, I'm loving this. And you'll be the cool mom at the play groups. Other moms be like, oh, whoa, damn. And like, do the old, like, shake your neck or something. Like, do one of those. Goes without saying. Yep. Because I know how those moms can be. You know, playgroup moms. Because I did it myself. When my firstborn, I was home for 2 years and 3 months. But I worked this long part-time, so I used to do Tuesday evening, Thursday evening, and Saturdays. So when I did it, like, I was home like every day of the week. Because I didn't start until like 3 or 4, like there the day. So like Mondays, I play groups all through the week. I think Monday was like I'm trying to think it's scheduled now. It's been a few years because she's 7 now. I'm talking now. There was like musical babies, baby sensory, play group.
Mainly music.
I did all those things.
Yeah.
And then you try to like mingle in and fit in with the other moms. Yeah, that was tough.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, no, it's tough. But I think it's, I'm not sure if it's like a tough, like moms are tough in general, or it's just New Zealand, like it's cliquey or whatever. I don't know what it is. Because are you from Wellington or you're from somewhere else?
No, I moved here like 30 weeks pregnant.
Cool. So I think it's just a Wellington cliquey kind of mom thing because they're all like from here, born and raised here, and they got their friends. And you move in there, you're like, oh, I just watched like Pam and Tommy. Like, I just watched Pam and Tommy. Yeah, I watched too. Like, they kind of like cultural. Yeah, like you're trying to fit the conversation, like, you know, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm from Wellington, but she was born in Nelson.
Nelson, which is South Island, which is friendly. You come from the Sunshine. Now, the equivalent to Canada would be like the Sunshine Coast.
Where's that? What part of Canada is that?
Oh, it's like Vancouver, British Columbia. Mm-hmm. Then you go
like
north of Vancouver,
north of Oregon area.
Oh yeah, up. It's one of those beautiful like hippy dippity, like Nelson. It's like Nelson, the Canadian version of Nelson.
And then she went to Gisborne as a teenager, up in there.
Oh yeah, gangs, violence. Not really. It's not like it's Detroit. Yeah. Like. Google Gisborne, New Zealand, and look at the images. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
It is.
But it's also gangs.
It's Detroit with sunshine.
It's Detroit with the most amazing scenery. Like imagine Detroit on a South Pacific island. Look like it's so. You're like, oh my God, this is like heaven on earth. But this, it's like Detroit, but with a beautiful scenery. But not like Detroit. It's nowhere near as bad as Detroit. No. It's like New Zealand, Detroit.
New Zealand gang culture is really just pretending.
I know, I've heard that before. Yeah.
Got pretty bad when we were living in Christchurch. Like just before we got married.
It does though. No, you're right.
Just before we got married, there was a barber down the street from me from my flat, the flat I lived in before we got married. And it was arson, and the whole place was just black.
Oh, because he was probably using that to like launder money or whatever. Like the barbershop's the front for something else.
Yeah, I know. But anyway.
No, that happened a few times.
Yeah. Yep. The money laundering or whatever, or just rivalry kind of thing. Because barbers are so competitive in this country. Who knows? I can't say. I'm not an investigator. You know what I mean? Investigator. Investigator. I just say it wrong because we're drinking beers. I'm doing it intentionally because it's funny. But you know what I mean? Like who knows what the reason behind it is? Rivalry, or maybe we just had a bad fade. Had a bad fade. Burned down your shop. Who knows?
There is so much hair on the floor.
Yeah. This is fun. Yeah. Now, it never turns out exactly like the picture. No. We always we're going to give you this because it's drama, right? But we end up just doing,
Yeah, I actually might decide I like this.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really liking this.
Might happen yet.
Yeah. I think the whole thing needs to be shorter around the ears both sides, but not tonight. Next week. Next week, I'm like, can we do the other side now, please? Yeah, okay, grab a seat. You know where to sit. You know where to go. But still, this is fun. Your hair's just more wavy than curly. You're like, oh, it's gonna be too curly. No, your hair's like you're like that's
Oh, wait
nice.
till you dry. Just wait.
Yeah.
You haven't had it that short in many years, Michaela, so it might have changed.
It might have.
It has.
And hormones.
This side's a little bit longer than the picture, which I like. I
Yeah.
like longer. Because we're doing like our version of it, and then this is zinging over. Fine. So this is not really a retro haircut. It's influenced by a retro haircut. But we're being nice with you. Because some people, we like go full on, you're getting that, like it's 1978. You're getting a modern version of that. On this side, you can also do that. Because you got that. This is
Oh yeah, I can feel the retro in there.
Yeah, me too. It's got a hint of retro, but not being reeking of retro. Let's put it that way. I'm spinning this, I can see. It's like to spin. Because people are like, can you spin the chair? I'm like, meh. I'm the worst for that. But the whole point of the channel in the first place, I wanted people to be channeling the person in the chair. Because when you're getting a haircut, you can't see the back. So I wanted the YouTubers watching this to channel you in the chair. But people watching it like this, you gotta mix the different opinions, right? So now I'm like, okay, I'll spin the chair sometimes. Because I think we've done a year of you get stuck in a rut, so we try different things. So this channel needs to go in different directions and things. But you can still see the haircut, right? When it's spun a little bit. So, it's called meeting people halfway. I'm not going to go super short on the side. A bit of weight there. And then the back, we want to see the back corner. So you can see what's going on here, the transitional zone. And I haven't cleaned up the hairline with clippers yet, but you can see the transitional zone. These haircuts are actually fun. And you go around here. Bump you up one more so it's around in there. So at this point I'm just freehanding this shape, detailing it all. Yeah, this is fun.
Excuse me.
What a great off-the-wall choice for a haircut for you. No rhyme or reason for this, other than this stuff fun for YouTube. And we'll come back here. This is the point. I just took my initials in the back here. That way we're in the supermarket and someone behind you says, oh, you went to Matthew. How can you tell? His initials. So here, right here. M. K. Piece of art in the corner. There we go. That's the old MK there in the corner. Just so when you're in the supermarket, they know. Person says, oh, you went to Matthew. Sweet. Now, Simon. This is a first for Simon. I want you to run your fingers through hair to the very ends. Because you've never felt that. There's no brakes.
Yes.
It doesn't have brakes. It doesn't stop. It goes, you can go like this, you can go like this, and it doesn't end. It has a, yeah. That's awesome. That's a first. It's awesome. This is so amazing for a bad choice haircut. It's so wrong that it's right. Your kid's gonna be like, oh. Your daughter. Yeah, you're already like messing with your daughter's head. She's only a baby. But she'd be like 15, like, do you want to come in for a haircut? She's like, I know what you're like. And I like your cowlick a lot, so you just can't fight it, you live with it. But even when you end up with short hair, you don't fight the cowlick, you live with it, because you're going to end up next week, you're going to end up like a cool short haircut.
Am I?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Probably. But no, you can keep this for as long as you want. If you love it, you keep it.
Okay, well, we'll see what it looks like when it's
It's
dry.
an invitation to come back, but if you, if you love it. But it's like, there's no, we're just,
Yeah.
this is what we did tonight, was fun. And then, if you like it, you keep it for quite a while. If you want to do something next week?
See how it goes.
See how it goes.
Yeah.
See how
I like it, to be honest, I like it.
I do. I like it now, but I'm curious to see
Yeah,
what it's
see how it goes.
like.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use a hair cream. I spritzed it to get the curl back.
Okay.
We're going to use a hair cream because curly hair is dry. And we're going to moisturize it. But that's why when it was long, the reason why you couldn't put your fingers through the whole thing is dryness. Curly hair is prone to dryness. And that's why it was all locking together like that to the length. And now it's short, this stuff isn't dry enough. It gets dry over years, right? Now you got to think about hair like this. Like, this is a years of growth, 2 years of growth, 3 years of growth, 4 years of growth, 5 years. When you're getting into about 3 years of growth, that's the stuff that goes real dry. So 3 years, 4 years, that was about 4 years to 5 years worth of growth in there. This stuff from about 3 years on, that's the dry stuff. That's the stuff you were never going to get your fingers through. Unless you put work into treating it and doing all that stuff, which wasn't happening. Which is fine. Short like this, these are like the babies. The long stuff is the senior citizens. There's no more senior citizens. They've been retired. They're on the floor. They've been retired. Yeah. So back to the babies again. Fun.
she has a Rolter hairdryer at home.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Got for $5 on TradeMe.
Cool. Play around with it.
Sorry?
Play around
For
with
like
it.
$1.
Oh really? Okay.
Oh, dollar.
I stand corrected.
That's a good grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, my last hairstylist, she was like, you know what you want to do to dry your hair at home? You get one of those.
Cool.
And yeah, I've never looked back.
Cool.
Yeah.
So here we are dry. You know what? I think this was a good mistake. I'm really liking this. Yeah, this is the whole point of this channel, when you can take something like, wherever that picture is.
I don't know where it
It
went.
fell
I
on
think
the
we just
floor.
threw it away. It fell on the floor.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Not sure where it went.
It's gone. You have
Yeah.
to scroll back.
I'm going to pop on the
See,
screen.
watch
We can
the
take something
video
like
game.
this and turn it to this. So fun. Oh, yeah. Not fun.
Yeah.
But do you like your hair being gone? Do you have your glasses on or whatever?
Where's my glasses?
Yeah. Yeah. Need glasses on.
I might as well just make sure the hair works with the glasses.
So better with your glasses on. Is it working for you?
That's cool.
If anything, you're going to keep it for a week. Because that's the, yeah.
I've got to wait to see if I like it.
No, of course. But also, the other moms in the play groups, you're going to give them something to talk about. Ooh.
She's hosting a play date at our house tomorrow.
Cool.
For mums from church.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's the best. Now I'm going to coach you what to say, right? They've already coached you. They say, oh, I love your hair. And you say, oh, thanks for asking, by the way. And then you go into this biggest rant ever. Because that's your in, right? And you go, by the way, it's based on a picture from like 1983. And we did this for a blah, 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 blah. And I go, oh, I just said I liked your haircut. I didn't know the friggin'... That's what you do.
Here's a documentary about it.
Yeah, and also, did you know that back then they used to use it's your end, like, oh, thanks for asking. And you just don't shut up for 20 minutes about it. And then that's when you become really retro. The best is Joan Rivers. her husband passed away, so she'd wear a necklace with a bit of cremated remains in the pendant. So she goes to parties. And then, I like your necklace. Oh, thanks for asking. By the way, it's my dead husband.
Oh dear.
But the best word right there is, oh, thanks for asking. If people want to like relive retro, always use that. Thanks for asking. This is pretty. Brush you off. Here's my brushy over there. Actually, I really like it. Is it growing on you?
Literally.
That's.
Okay, let me see the back. Okay.
It looks cool. It looks cool. I like it.
It's fun.
Yeah, I know. I do like it.
It's as far as haircuts go, it's a good quality haircut.
It
Just
is.
maybe not what you're asking for.
It's a quality
But
haircut.
welcome to my channel. This is not about what you're asking for. This is about what you're getting. Now, as far as what you didn't ask for, it's a good quality haircut. Don't question the quality. It's a good quality haircut. But yeah, no, anyhow. Over the next week, it's literally growing on you. I love the way Simon's brain works too. Yeah. So we're gonna do some after shots.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And is my see if my battery's working now. It'll be working by now. Sweet, good enough. Thank you. And let's go back and see my other tubers inside it as well.
Yeah, no, that is, it might be growing on me.
It's growing on you, literally. So Simon's coming back next week for a haircut. And we're going to work on you next week. And you're welcome back next week for, if you know, something else. I actually really like this. If you take a step back and you get over the initial shock of like cutting off all this to like this. No, of course, it's way outside your box, but that's the whole point of this channel. We pick people outside their box. Simon!
I like it.
I like it too. I think it's great.
It's great.
Let's use a little bit of vegan oil on it. This is We Do. We like the vegan stuff. And it smells amazing. Crunch it into those curls. And you're like, oh, if I cut my hair short, it's going to be way too curly. Yeah, anyhow. It's not way too curly. It's perfect. Isn't that fun?
That's cool.
Yeah. And also, look at the short side. Is that way too, like, if I cut my hair short, is it going to be so curly? All right, what do you tell me? And also, the best part, it's because it comes down to all the corners and sides. Like from there through to there. See how that transitions? There's a transitional zone. And over to the other side, yeah. And over to there. And that is fun!
It is, yeah.
That is so much fun. Now, if you're an architect, you'd be like, this is the best haircut ever! Because it's lines of geometry and all, it's architecture, right? Yeah. Anyhow, enjoy your hair.
Yeah.
We're going to see you guys both next week. And if you don't want a haircut next week, but you're going to haircut next week for sure. You and I. But also, hug both, but I'm going to hug you first. And I'm going to hug you second. It's cool. And I'm going to see you guys next week. Cool. That's fine. That's fine. That's all good.
All right.
Bye, tubers.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers. Go. We're rolling, and it's Michaela and Simon, and we just gave Simon a trim. And it's a week later from Michaela. And you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Took a while to grow on me, but yes, but yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I'm gonna keep it, not indefinitely, but
Nope.
I'm gonna keep it.
Yep.
And until I come back and do something else.
Yep. No, we're gonna do more. Yep. Sweet. And then yeah, we just gave Simon a quick trim there. And the two look great together. And yeah, I even did a little bit. Because the thing is, I don't do the guys because I'm not a barber. And I even had to go in the beard a little bit. Simon put me outside my box. But we didn't film it because I don't want to have that time with talking off camera as well. But cool. But yeah, these two they look real cool. Cool. Till next time. Ciao.
Bye.
See ya.